Hey Rob, this is John. Just going over some basics here in regards to building websites and what we do to drive traffic to them and what it entails, so you can kind of get an understanding of it. So essentially, when you type in a phrase like "succulents for sale," like we see up here, um, it brings up first ads that people are paying for, and then the actual organic searches. So when you type in succulents for sale, this is the first organic search that we come across, and that's mountaincrestgardens.com. So when we take this website and plug it into our program here that allows us to break down websites and what they're doing, we see here succulents for sale. They rank number one, just backing up what I just showed you there on the front page. Now, this is the volume of searches in the past month, which was updated literally 17 hours ago. So 12,000 people have searched for that term, and they are ranking number one for that term. Now, the way that someone ranks for a keyword is their backlinks. So backlinks are, let's go over here to the overview of their entire website. Backlinks, as you can see, they've got big numbers here. Backlinks are essentially you putting your website on somebody else's that has authority on the subject. So it has to be relevant. So putting, a succulents website on, say, a Pizza Hut would give you almost no power whatsoever and wouldn't make any sense, and Google would know that. So what you'd want to do is, find garden center websites. You'd want to find, anything associated with what you're doing business-wise, and see if you could post your website on their website. Now, most of the time, people don't want to do it. And what we usually do is either offer them, $5 a month for a whole year to do it, wherever and however we can get it done. That's what we'll do. Directory listings, there's all kinds of avenues to approach. But again, to show you what I'm talking about, it's important to have backlinks so that can power how you rank for certain keywords. And now Google sees those keywords by looking at the content of your website. So we're looking at Mountain Crest Gardens here. Their website has lots of content. Now, they do have content and they don't. And what I mean by content is pictures, information that's typed out and Google has figured out. Now, they probably have a blog, which is what powers most of their content. Content usually has to be around 500 words per page and 1,500 words on the front page. Now, they've sidestepped that like a lot of other websites do, and they've just continuously written in a blog. So what they're doing is they're talking about succulents for sale, that phrase specifically, in a blog article, and then backlinking their website to a bunch of other websites, and that's the gist of it. So when we do that, that's what actually gets you to rank for that specific keyword on the front page of Google. That's kind of the gist of it. There are some other aspects to it, like Google My Business pages. So when you type in the same phrase here, we see this map pack, and a lot of the time this is localized to where you are. So these sorts of, to show up on these, ranking up for these, you need to have good reviews, which North Dayton Garden Center does, obviously, and Lowe's Garden Center, and of course Lowe's is what it is, a giant national chain. But you get these increased by giving them directory listings and various web pages, your address, your phone number, hours, all that sort of thing, along with really good reviews as well. So those are basically, excuse me, oh, sorry, the three components to it. It's a little bit more in depth and takes a lot more work, but that's essentially what I'm talking about. Now, when we look at the keywords that you'd be looking at and targeting for your website if you were to do it, there are a lot of high-ranking keywords to get past, but there are also a lot of smaller ones to target as well. Like, I don't know how rare rose succulents are, but 300 people were looking for those, and there's a keyword difficulty of 6. That's out of a possible 100, so it's not very difficult. And I can go over that in more detail about what keyword difficulty means. It's a little convoluted, but miniature succulents for sale, hanging succulents for sale. This is the sort of thing I would think would be best to go over. Now, if we rank it according to volume, which I think we already were, yeah. We look at this a little closer, and you can find rare succulents for sale, succulents cuttings for sale, rose succulent. We already said that one. All these there are smaller ones to go after that we could potentially do for you. It just depends on what the plan of attack would be, and obviously what would work best. So I hope this explains things a little bit better, and we can talk further if you want.